Hello my spooky darlings and welcome to Streams and Screams, the online show thing in which I watch a film that is currently streaming online that I liked and I tell you about it. Today I am going to be discussing a film that is very near and dear to my heart. This is a film from 2005 by the director Neil Marshall, who I also love from his other completely underrated, in my mind, classic film, Dog Soldiers. But this, I would argue, is like his piece de la resistance. This is his probably most well-known film, I would say. And of course, I am talking about The Descent. So, The Descent, if you're not familiar, is a film in which a group of female friends, I think there's 5, maybe there's 6, I'm bad at counting, a group of female friends go on a trip spelunking in this cave after a recent tragedy has befallen one of their members of their group. So, they think that they are going to a very kind of low-key, easy-peasy cave trip, but little do they know that Juno, who is kind of their defunct leader, I guess, their most adventurous spirit, has planned something a little bit special for them to go investigate a new cave system, or a unexplored cave system. I guess it's not necessarily new. There's not really a lot of new cave systems, but an unexplored cave system, and they want to go claim it in honor of their friend Sarah, who is with them on this journey. Things go wrong, as they always do in horror movies. And as they're exploring this cave, they realize that they are trapped in an area that is home to quite a few creepy crawly creatures that are absolutely terrifying. So that's the movie, and I absolutely adore it. So first off, to be honest, I'm fairly certain I did not have any issues with claustrophobia at all until seeing this movie, and this movie kind of spurred a whole new fear for me of being trapped in a very cramped, enclosed, cave-like space. Not something on my to-do list now because of this film. Don't want to experience that. No, thank you. So one of the really impressive things about this movie is the female cast that have a wonderful kind of sense of unity and community, while also there's a lot that kind of goes on behind the scenes and under the surface, shall we say. Under the cave surface. Is there a metaphor there? Probably. This film has some really intense moments. Buddy, if you are knocked about by jump scares, then prepare to be rattled, because there are quite a few moments in this film that are shocking, surprising, out of left field, in a really exciting, intense, scary, enjoyable way. Fun fact, upon the big reveal of the creatures, terrible things living in the cave, the actresses did not know when, how, and where they were going to appear, so their reaction is completely genuine, and I imagine so, because the whole big reveal is absolutely terrifying and unexpected and really kind of amazing. So a couple things that I love about this film. I love the intensity of the score of this film. I feel like it's a really well scored movie. The music is absolutely incredible. It's perfectly epic, and I think it fits extraordinarily well for this particular piece. I also really enjoy the brutality of this movie. It's pretty gnarly. There's lots of blood, bathing in blood, really. There's a whole lot of it. I think one of the things that works very well for this film is that you genuinely care for the characters. When one of their ranks is lost in battle, you feel it. You feel the reaction, you feel the impact that it has on the other characters in the film, you feel the loss, and that is very, very important when it comes to having a film that has a bit of a body count to it, because it's really easy to kind of just have that slip past you and you know, just be cannon fodder. But these girls are not cannon fodder. These women are not cannon fodder. Every single one of them has an emotional impact, and every single one of them has a moment of vulnerability and also vindication, I guess, in a way, if you will. I mean, one of the other things that is really fantastic is the reality of this movie as well. If you were going into an unknown cave system, yeah, that's exciting. That's also absolutely terrifying because you don't know what to expect, And there's lots of things inside the Earth that we don't fully understand. In the Earth, deep in the ocean, lots of areas of this planet of ours that are uncharted and should not be charted, probably, because, you know, I've seen too many horror movies to ever want to chart those territories. No, thank you. But, that said, for a group of women that are pro-spelunkers that have been doing this adventurous activity for quite some time, it's really kind of excellent to watch them go through this system and not be completely out of their depth. Pardon the pun. I think that it's absolutely insane, the upper body strength that is required. Personally, I would be horribly ill-equipped if I had to try and save my way out of a cave system by climbing. I would just be dead. I would just die, and that's the reality of my existence. Another thing that I will note, fingernails. My number one issue in any movie is if there's ever anything that happens to fingernails. This movie, I've probably seen it, I don't know, like, it's gotta be like 7 or 8 times at this point. I've seen it a lot for a multitude of reasons, and every single time I forget that the fingernail scene is coming up, and every single time the fingernail scene gets me, and I don't like it, but it's very effective, it's very impactful, because it's gross and uncomfortable, and it makes my skin crawl. Juno is the best. As a side note, just as a character, I absolutely love the character of Juno. I absolutely love the character of Sarah. I think the characters in this film, just in general, are wonderfully written and wonderfully performed. The actresses are all so good in this movie. You really believe their camaraderie, you really believe their connection, and also you have these conflicted feelings about them through their actions and through the reveals throughout the film that kind of builds on the complexity of those emotions and those feelings. And I think that that makes the characters extraordinarily well-rounded, because if there's ever a character that you have feelings for, that you connect with, that you identify with, that you really enjoy, but you also have those moments where you're like, should I like this person? I don't know how to feel about this particular character. That's when you know you've got a good character, because you should be conflicted about characters. You should absolutely have moments where you're not 100% certain if they're good or not. So kudos to Neil Marshall for that. So The Descent is a very intense, very scary, very powerful film that will make you want to stay out of caves forever. And you should, because you don't know what's down there, and it could be literally terrifying. So if you would like to watch The Descent, you can do so on Tubi or Amazon Prime. I think on Tubi it is actually going to be retiring off of Tubi in the near future, so catch it while you can, depending on when you've watched this. But it is on Amazon Prime as well, so you can check it out there also. So The Descent, I feel, is such a wonderful film. It's effective, it's compact, it's really kind of a one location. It's a very large location, but it's a very kind of minimal thriller, horror, creature feature, action, terror, trauma movie, which is a lot, but all good things. I feel like if I was to pair this as a double feature, honestly, I would probably pair it with Dog Soldiers, because that is kind of a flip side of this movie. It's an all-male cast, for the most part all-male cast, also isolated in a environment that is both expansive and very limiting, and also kind of a creature feature that is really cool, and directed by Neil Marshall as well. So, you know, tie those together, if you will. I am such a huge fan of Dog Soldiers. I am such a huge fan of The Descent. I think the two of them together would be a wonderful double feature, a double creature feature, if you will. Yeah, if you would like to check out the trailer for The Descent, you can do so right here, right now.
Now just give me a smile.
Juno, are you sure we're going the right way?
I've never been lost in my life.
There's only one way out of this chamber, and that's down the pipe. I'm stuck. I can't breathe.
Sarah, you have to calm down. I'm coming back, okay? Okay. Okay, move! Now! Now! This is not good, guys.
We get out of here. Which way?
I don't know.
Sarah thinks she saw someone back
So
there.
what?
I don't think I saw someone. I saw someone. No, you heard something and you saw what you wanted to see. It's the dark. It plays tricks on people. Ah! Please! Is there anybody there? Hello?
What was that?
I told you I saw someone! Batteries on our lights will run out.